decided to do 2 Rocky episodes that
Let's do it.
was very excited to watch and talk about. To start this off, Mac, before we get into our episodes, I did a little digging and got some Rocky facts.
Okay.
Okay?
Lay it on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rocky has appeared in how many episodes, you think?
My guess is that he was in 90-something, 90 plus.
Rocky has been in 128 episodes.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Good for him.
I don't know the order in which it is, but another fact regarding that is he is only in a class of Tommy, Billy, Adam, Kimberly, Jason, who have all hit the 100 episode mark.
That's it. It's just them.
Yeah, just them.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
And of course, he was the only Red Ranger not to appear in Forever Red. You know?
He had some more important job.
Yeah. But Steve originally agreed to be in the episode.
Oh, they contacted him about it.
He did contact. He agreed to be in it. Yeah. But according to this, he was moving houses and they, quote unquote, lost touch with him.
Oh.
I don't know how. Weren't cell phones around back then? I don't know.
Cell phones were around. I'm pretty sure that in the episode, like, someone brings Tommy a cell phone on a tray when he's like sitting by the pool. So
that's funny you mentioned this. That's so funny you mentioned that because the writer of Forever Red said Rocky was going to appear, but only as a civilian, and he was going to be Tommy's butler.
What? That's literally the worst idea I've ever heard. Like Power Rangers has done some dumb stuff, but that would just be so offensive. Like, why would they ever think to do that?
I don't know. I read it on Power Ranger Wikia, whatever, and I was like, this cannot be true. And then I Googled, the writer's name and Forever Red, and then I found it on a few places, including IMDb, that confirm this. And it's so lucky Rocky was not in that episode.
Steve deserves better.
Yeah.
Like, that is just so fucking lame.
Okay, Rocky just wants to have fun. He doesn't want to be a butler. He just wants to have fun.
Rocky just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive in.
Do you want to say the plot of this one?
Yeah, so the plot is... It's pretty funny because basically what happens is, like, Billy is tutoring Rocky at the juice bar. And Ernie's like, I got this pachinko machine. And then Zed is, always watching them. Mm-hmm. I love this era of Rangers where, like, Zed and Goldar are, like, piloting Serpentera.
Yep.
Like, they just look so cool. They look so badass. But he's like, I know what I'll do. I'll use my classic spell that makes people just want to have fun. Mm-hmm. And then Rocky will only want to have fun, and the team will be down a Ranger. Yeah. I thought that, like, I watched an interview where Steve talked about becoming a better actor by the time he was Zeo 3, and I thought he killed it in this one.
Yeah.
But still, like, really good at playing, like, I don't want to do anything, Like, he did a good job as, like, dating his kid, and I was really impressed with, like, how smart he is. Like, I know Billy is probably a good tutor, but right away Rocky is just like, oh, I know this math. And I was like, oh yeah, Rocky's like he's a well-rounded guy.
Yeah, and they say advanced math.
Yeah, like he's an advanced class, I feel like he's, like, objectively probably smarter than Jason. Like, stuff. I don't know if that's true, but that's going to be my guess.
I would agree with you, but yeah, they're all smart. They're all in advanced classes.
They're all incredible at what they do,
yeah. And then Lord Zed, he's just hanging around in Serpentera, flying around the moon, enjoying his work. Goldar's like, this is your best idea yet, Lord Zed. And he's like, no.
Yeah, wrong. But I love, too, that they had that line from Billy where he was like, pachinko's really popular in Japan or whatever.
Yep.
And so then, like, that's explaining why the pachinko monster they face has, like, Japanese letters on it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, of course, like in the Sentai, they fought a pachinko machine. Like, that's hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
So Lord Zed makes it into a monster,
yeah,
and all of the Rangers go fight it at the park, and they're like, or they're sorry, they're fighting some putties at the park, and
yeah,
then they're like,
yep.
Zordon tells Rocky, "We need you at the park. They're losing."
What do you want?
Yeah. And Lord Zed, Rocky goes, "Wait a minute, I could have a lot of fun at the park."
Yeah, I could go play on the playground.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
And then he goes through the park, and Adam's like, Rocky's not with it. And Tommy's like, oh,
Rocky's not even helping.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I love how he turns the pachinko monster turns them all into pachinko balls,
mm-hmm,
except for Adam and Tommy who dodge it.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, of course, Adam and Tommy dodge it. And then Rocky's like kicking the ball around with the monster for a little bit,
Oh yeah,
and they're like, haha, yeah. But then the monster's like, yeah, I'm just you into pachinko balls.
yeah,
Like, you know. And then like Tommy's like, this monster only cares about fun. Like, I'm going to distract it with our frisbee.
uh-huh.
And so he throws the frisbee, and the monster's like, I can catch this frisbee. And, like, runs away. And then they're like, now's our chance. And then like he collects all the balls because everybody got turned into balls, and escapes.
Yeah.
Um,
Tommy to the rescue.
But I really like to, before we get past this point, I wanted to mention that Broken Skull's
Oh yes.
side plot in the episode, is their math about Ernie is always has the day off when the Rangers are fighting.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, Ernie's a Ranger. And I'm like, that's more evidence towards Ernie being Zordon.
Yeah, I did think about that, but my
Yeah.
first thought was, like Bulk and Skull. We just
just watched the Halloween
yeah,
episode. Yeah, I know. Where he was there the whole time.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that like I get too hung up on like comparing the Sentai footage and the American footage, but I love thinking about like I just love like when you know why certain things happen,
Mm-hmm.
and like Tommy acts so goofy as the White Ranger compared to when he's the Green Ranger,
Yeah.
like with his hand motions, like bobbing his head and like talking to Saba. And it's because, in that Sentai, he's like a kid, like Justin,
Yep.
who becomes a grown-up.
Mm-hmm.
And he rides his skateboard everywhere in the Sentai. And so I love that there was like one shot in this episode where the White Ranger is moving toward the camera, but he's like obviously on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They restore Rocky back, and Rocky calls, the Zords, but they just shoot back to like one footage of the Red Ranger like doing his pose like Tyrannosaurus.
But like that was, I know you're not a big Megazord fight guy, but I thought that like Rocky was really kicking butt as the Red Megazord in that fight. Like he does that sweet move where he spins on the spear and like kicks.
Yeah,
I thought that was really cool.
I really like,
and I love too how they defeat the pachinko guy pretty fast, and then Serpentera shows up and starts crushing Rocky in the Turtle Zord thing.
Yeah,
and then Goldar is like, we're at half power. And then Zed's like, well, we have to use the power we have left to get back to the moon, or else we'll be stranded. And I was like, who cares if you're stranded there? They had to figure out a way for him to escape.
Just like how Goldar's like, we got 50% left. Do you want to go home, or do you want to?
He's like, ask to get back to space or kill this Power Ranger. And then Zed's like, better to play it safe. But anyway.
Maybe we're flying around in the whole episode, just like doing laps around the Earth or the moon or whatever. You would have a little bit more power.
That's where they lost power.
Yeah.
Constantly moving. Just park that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. And then I like the end of the episode too, where Rocky, ultimately like learns his lesson, and they have that really kind of cool lesson about, when it's time to play, that's good, but there's also time to buckle down and do hard work. And
what does she say? A lot of play and no work makes a jerk.
Makes you a jerk. Yeah. And then Billy's even like, yeah, it's something like that. Even Billy's like, I don't think that's what it is, but the sentiment is there. So thank you for saying that.
I definitely watch it.
Yeah.
We jump 2 years later to Power Rangers Zeo. Great.
Zeo.
Yeah, great theme song.
I know. Stronger than before. I know. I freaking love that hook. It's so cool.
Zeo, episode 11, A Few Bad Seeds. In this episode, we'll just say Rocky and Adam are in the junior gardening club.
Yeah, they call it like the botany.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so he makes a plant, and then King Mondo and his crew turn the plant into a villain, and things ensue. But when Rocky first makes the plant, it's already alive.
Yeah, he talks about using like seeds from the lab, so I'm assuming he means Alpha and Billy's lab.
Yeah.
Then like, I don't know. The one thing I really like though is that again, Rocky is smart. Like,
I think he was kind of dumb in this one.
He was sort of dumb, but like, think about. I mean, I think he's a little bit naive, you know. But he has that line right in the beginning where he talks about how like this could revolutionize botany, and then, so it's like he's definitely kind of like a nerd. I feel like Rocky cares about weird science stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like his AP learning in action that he breeds like a freaking living plant that eats metal.
Yeah. So yeah, he makes a plant. Adam is like, "What did you just do?" And the plant.
Adam is like, just like, dude, like we're just, you know, I'm just along for the ride or whatever.
And Skull come over to investigate, and he's like, Rocky's like, he likes metal, and he eats Bulk's badge right off his chest.
He's got like the big chunk out of it. Yeah.
And it does the classic, like, you knew it was gonna do like a burp, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. It's total like a Little Shop of Horrors, you know.
But then,
yeah, I like that. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And then Skull steals a part of it and plants his own. So then there's 2 plants.
Yeah, and then they both get stolen by King Mondo.
Yeah, and his goons.
But
to try and steal the plants, but you know it doesn't work. But yeah, King Mondo. You know, I guess the idea is that he made them into monsters, but that's kind of what Zoran hints at. We don't see it. We don't see that. I was thinking, like, we should be like, cool, good job, Rocky. You got these guys who love eating metal at a fortress where the guys are all metal.
And they didn't even try eating any of the robots.
Yeah, they even.
I know that was so lame. Like they totally dropped the metal thing later.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, but then they send them to a car lot, and they all morph, and you know a fight scene ensues.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, the junkyard fight was cool. Yeah. I mean, there's like multiple morphing sequences in this episode, and I think that it's like you see Adam and Rocky morph, and then the whole team, and then later again Rocky does it one more time on his own.
Yeah.
And the Zeo morphers are cool. I love the two piece. You know.
So the 2 monsters, you know, they fight. Did you get this vibe? Yeah. The monsters all of a sudden talk like Andrew Dice Clay. Like they're all like.
No. That's not what it is. Sorry, I have a lot of notes on this. Sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
But one of the plant that was made by Bulk and Skull sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
really?
And then the plant made by Rocky sounds like Sylvester Stallone.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because he keeps quoting Rocky the whole time. Like, he says, Adrian! At one part, and then, like, at the end, when they kill him, he goes, I could have been a contender.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course they make Rocky's plant sound like Rocky. Like, I thought that was so funny. I was like, this must be the only time the show has ever subtly referenced that Rocky's name is, like, the movie Rocky. You know?
That totally went over my head. I just kept like, why is this Brooklyn guy?
Anyway.
And then we gotta get to the part where there's a part where the pollinator pollinates Rocky, and
oh my god!
and rocks where Kat is like, Zordon, what are we gonna do? And then Rocky's like, I wrote it down. He says, "You got nice leaves." And then Kat goes, "What?" And he's like, "You got nice leaves. And your branches aren't bad either." And then she's like, "Zordon, we got to do something quick."
Yeah,
but
that was funny.
I was like, what are you referring to, Rocky? Like, she's not wearing anything with, like...
He's talking about her, like, hair and legs, probably.
Yeah,
But I love how Tommy didn't step in, like, "Hey, that's my girl," you know? like it's like, oh, is this like a reference to maybe Rocky has a crush on Kat, and this is like his plant brain is finally letting it come out. You know,
Tommy knows he's got his gal. That's why he would have made Rocky his butler later, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's not threatened by his future butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny. But, you know, the plant part is like, both Rocky episodes have a moment where Rocky almost dies. I thought that was so weird. Like, he's at threat of dying when he gets infected.
Yeah.
And then they save him. And he, even in his half-brain freaking plant mode, suggests what saves his own life. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really cool. It's like, man, Rocky's like this weird savant. He's like Rain Man. He just like knows what the...
Rocky just shows up to the fight, says, we gotta defeat him with oxygen. And then...
expose him to pure oxygen. Yeah.
And then Tommy's like, okay. And then they just blast him, and he blows up, and then that's it. And then I was like, wait, there was only one monster they blew up? Where'd the other guy go?
Yeah, I can remember. I feel like maybe he died before, but... there's like a line where they're like, he's like, "You want me to hurt my cousin?" Like, I think that was earlier. Yeah, but I don't remember. Yeah, they lost one of the plant guys. But that being said, I feel like I still like Bad Seeds better because it was so creative. Mm-hmm. You know, they just had to like, it was just so weird and different.
But this was a watch it for me.
Definitely, yeah. I think that like it was really fun to watch them back and forth and see how like what the two Rocky episodes had in common, even being seasons apart.
Yeah.
And seeing Steve Cardenas' like acting improve into Zeo. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely kind of an underrated Ranger now that I've seen both those episodes.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, this is Doug and Mac from the More Phenomenal podcast. If you like this video, give us a like.
Yeah, appreciate the watch. If you want to check us out, you can also follow us on Instagram. We're posting our podcast on Spotify. The attention, if you like us, just give us a follow. And if you ever want to contact us, you know, shoot us an email or comment in the comments down below. Let us know if you'd like us to review anything specific.
And don't forget, guys, it's not less phenomenal; it's more phenomenal. That was good. All right, I'll make that work.